Hey everyone! Today I'll show you how to enable your Retell agent to loop in a human for help before proceeding in a conversation. I'll show you a quick demo first, then I'll walk you through step by step on how to do this in less than 5 minutes. Here we have a very simple prompt for an AI agent that's meant to be the receptionist for a dentist office. And as you can see here, I have asked the agent to use the contact human tool, which is how it's going to loop in a human and get more input as soon as the caller starts asking about discounts. So in this demo, I'll pretend to be both the customer and the manager. I'm going to ask for a discount, and we're going to see the agent use this tool to initiate a text to the manager, which is also me in this case, and ask what kinds of discounts we can offer. And once I respond as the manager, the agent's going to automatically take that info and resume the conversation with the caller.
Emily from Bay Street Dental speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, Emily. I was really interested in the teeth whitening services, and I was wondering, do you have any discounts going on?
Thank you for your interest in our teeth whitening services. Is it okay if I put you on a brief hold while I check on any available discounts for you?
Yeah, of course. Go ahead. So here, Emily is using the contact human tool to get a hold of a human, notifying them that a customer has asked about discounts. And I, as the manager, I'm letting Emily know, yeah, there's a 10% discount. So Emily's going to go back and resume the combo.
Thank you for waiting. We currently have a 10% off discount on our teeth whitening services. Would you like more details, or would you like to schedule an appointment?
Thank you so much, Emily. I appreciate it. Okay, great. Let me show you guys how to do that in just a few minutes. First, you'll navigate to dashboard.pokulabs.com and you'll sign in with your Gmail account. Right now we support Gmail sign-in, and you'll go ahead and generate an API key. Make sure to save that down somewhere. We're going to be using that in just a few moments. Second step is to go to integrations and plug in your Twilio credentials. This is important because the contact human tool right now is only compatible with phone numbers that have SMS enabled. So plug in your credentials, and then the final setup is going to the Human Intervention tab, scrolling down and finding the section called Human in the Loop. And this is where you're going to configure the agent number, which is what number do you want your agent to reach out from? And then, of course, the human number. Who do you want your agent to contact when it has a question? Last but not least, we also allow you to configure how long in seconds you would like your agent to wait before someone returns a response. So if I put 30 seconds, then the agent would only wait 30 seconds before going back to the customer and saying, hey, I'm so sorry, I couldn't get a hold of my manager. Let's head back to Retell. So you're going to go ahead and add a custom function. I've already created mine here, so let's take a look. I've named my custom function Contact Human. For a description, the agent will call this tool when it needs to contact a staff member for more information. Essentially what you're doing here is you're pinging the Poku API and using a custom tool that we built. So for the API endpoint, you want to put in this URL exactly, api.pokulabs.com/HITL, which stands for Human in the Loop. For timeout, I've put 120 seconds. What's important here is that you set this time to be larger than whatever time you just set on Poku previously. This essentially dictates how long the API connection will last. So it's really important that this is longer than your agent wait time. And then of course, for headers, you'll put an authorization, bearer, and then the Poku API token that you just generated. Let's scroll down to parameters. So you can either do this in JSON or form. There's going to be two arguments that you pass through to Poku. The message, so this is the agent's message to the human staff member, and then the context, any conversation context to help the human quickly catch up. So on the call just now, I asked about a discount right away, but you can imagine if a conversation is long and goes, 5 or 6 minutes, maybe the agent wants to pass on additional information so the human staff member has more info to make a decision. And that's pretty much it. So update and make sure that your function is there. And prompt-wise, I've made mine a little bit fancier where I tell the agent to first ask the caller, Is it okay if I put you on a brief hold while I check on this? And I put in my escalation criteria here. So when the caller asks for discounts, you can add more criteria. So if the caller starts asking about pricing, if the caller says it's an urgent matter. But to be honest, all you have to do in your prompt is add one sentence. If the user asks for X, use the contact human tool, and you can start giving it a try with that. I'm really excited for you all to give this a try. Please leave any comments, feedback, or questions below, and thank you all so much for watching.